Hi, my name is Rohit, and in today's video, we would cover some basic programming questions related to Python functions. These questions would help you in developing your problem solving skills. So let's get started. So our first question is, write a function which adds and multiplies given numbers and returns the results in floating point. Okay. So basically, we want to create a function for adding and multiplying the numbers which are passed, but the condition is the result should be written in the floating format. So let's start. Def, the keyword required for defining a function, and always remember, give useful names or the clear names to your function, right? So don't give random names, right? Func123 or anything like that. Okay, so always give names which are clear. So def addition, multiplication, then two numbers. So let's do num1, num2, then addition. So basically num1 plus num2, and then we also want multiplication. So multiplication, and then we want to return the result in floating format. Okay, so let's do this. Maybe before doing that, maybe let's just return the result as it is. Okay, run. Let's now try to call this function. Okay, let's pass two numbers, maybe 100 and 20, and let's run this. So we are getting addition and multiplication both returned over here. So addition result is 120 and multiplication result is 2000 as expected. But now we want the result in floating point format. So let's do this, float. So now we are just converting the result in floating point format. So after you do this code change, you have to run this code again because you are redefining the function. Then let's do function call. So now we are able to get the results in floating point format, 120.0, and the multiplication result 2000.0. Right. So we are able to solve the first question. Let's go to the second question now. So our second question is, write a function which calculates area of a circle. So let's write def area calculator. Maybe let's give this name. Then for area of a circle, right, the formula is area is pi r square. So we want radius as an input. Pi is a constant, right? So we want radius as an input for calculating the area. So make sure you are getting this parameter. So let's do this, radius colon, then pi is a constant. So let's define it over here. Pi is 3.14, and then area would be pi r square. So basically pi into radius into radius. Okay, and then return area. Now let's do a function call. Area calculator, radius is equal to maybe say 8, and then we can print the results. Print area of a circle is result value. So let's run this. Okay, so we are getting 200.96. So radius square would be 8 into 8, 64. Let's just confirm we are getting the correct value. So this is what we want, 8 into 8 into the pi, 3.14. So we are able to write the function which calculates the area of circle and returns the result. Okay, let's go to the next question now. So our next question seems to be on recursion. So the question is, write a function which takes number and power factor as the arguments and returns the power value of a number. So example, if the number is 2 and power factor is 3, then the result that we want is 2 into 2 into 2. So basically 2 multiplied 3 times. So in this case, the result would be 8. So this is the logic we have to implement, but we don't want to implement it in this way. So like manually writing number of times the power factor is passed, it is not obviously possible as well. So we want to do it using recursion. So let's do that. So def say power calculator, then which two arguments we need, number and a power factor. So let's give it here, number, power factor. Okay, now in power calculation, right, if the power factor is 0, so any number raised to 0 is always 1, right? 2 raised to 0 is 1, 10 raised to 0 is 1. So let's implement that condition here. If power factor is equal to 0, colon, return 1. So in this case, if the power factor is 0, we would return the value 1. And let's write the power calculation logic here. So result is equal to, so in power calculation, basically we have to keep multiplying, right, till the power factor which is given as the parameter. Now let's write this, number into, so we want to keep multiplying. So let's use recursion here. So we are again calling the same function, and as we are calling same function, it would need these two parameters. So we'll have to pass again here number, and this time we have to pass power factor minus 1. If you don't do this, if you just pass the power factor, it would get into infinite loop because this would keep on executing. And what we want to do is we want to calculate power factor here. So suppose if the power factor is 3, what it would do, and number is 2. So it would be 2 into, again, passing the value to this. So it would be 2 in comma 2. After that, it would be 2 into 2. And then we are again doing it one more time. So 2 into 2 into 2. So like this, now we are implementing recursion. Now let's test whether it is implemented correctly. Let's do this and say it's value is equal to, so here number we are passing 2, power factor let's pass 3, and here we'll do print result is. Now let's run this first and let's test. Okay, it seems to be working fine. Maybe let's try for some other number. Maybe number is 10 and power factor is 4. So in this case, what would be the result? 10 into 10 into 10 into 10. So basically the result should be 10,000. So let's see whether our function is calculating the same number. Yes. Okay. So basically we are able to implement the power value calculator using recursion over here. That's it for today. Keep practicing more questions to get confidence in writing Python functions. And keep coding in Python. I will see you in the next video. Thank you and bye-bye.